Hello everyone! How's it going? Welcome back to Infurnum Rogue. Last time we got a fair bit done, very cosmic-y themed episode. We got Lunatic Cultist done, we did the pillars, and there was also the video recording failing, but I tried to follow up with the a retry of the dais. But now, hopefully, I should have sorted out any recording issues that initially caused the recording to mess up there. So now we can move on from it. This episode, we have quite a few things done, or that I want to do rather. We are not far off post Moonlord now. But yeah, we got Bereft, Great Sand Shark, and Astra Gelden before we can finally move on to post Moonlord state. I don't think we'll be doing Astra Gelden today. I will try to get Bereft done. I will try to return to this duo, though we'll do that a little later. For now, I want to check on Soylene, because it's been a while, and I want to see if there's anything new has shown up there. Let's go past the spawn point so I can go to this side of the world. Also, yes, I have the Radiant Star now. Something that was missed out on last time. Though it's a nice homing weapon, if I recall, so hopefully that should make things a lot easier in terms of just less fought on where I'm attacking and just dodge. Plus, it's also quite strong. Well, that is if it hasn't been nerfed since I've last been on Calamity. Let's make sure we do not drown. Good morning. A new day for a big adventure. That's a slightly bombastic way of putting it, Soylene. You never know. Some days are expectedly impactful. You can't be sure until it's finished. Well, either way, what are you up to? Not much. Just woke up recently. I had a somewhat interesting dream, though. What was it about? Throughout the dream, there was an idle drizzle as I was surrounded by woodlands I considered home. I walked through the forest, but found that none of my friends were present. I was alone. As I approached a glade, I could make out sounds, voices of myself and my loved ones, past, present, and future. Interesting. I then focused on the scent of Patricia. Not sure if I'm saying that right. And found myself struck with kaleidoscopic burst of senses, witnessing time accelerate and curl in on itself. Suddenly an old friend of mine pierced the noises, informing me that it was time to awaken. I did I was told. Truly fascinating how those work. Truly. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything new here. Okay, so I guess we don't have anything to do with Soylene just yet. However, there is something I wanted to do before anything. And that is, I want to make up for how much I haven't been doing Blood Moon recently. It is literally turned daytime, so we're gonna put that on the back burner for now. I do have some reforging to do. I don't have too much money. Hopefully it's enough to get me through, though. Hefty. Stealth strike damage. Well, I'll take that. That's fine. Well, that's all my money, so not much else I'm doing there. We can, because we have the Shrimpy Truffle, we can retire the Superheated Blood finally. Because, yeah, this is the exact same movement, except it just works in the air as well. Don't think we need to do anything there. Can we upgrade the Spink Bomb yet? Oh yeah, we already did that. And yeah, that came after. Wasn't there like a crown item I can make? Ah, that's post Moonlord. We can consider that once we are in post Moonlord state. There's quite a few things we can get once we get to that point. So, without much else, let's try and get Bereft out the way. Still don't know if I'm saying that right. You can let me know if I am. I'm just going to teleport down here and then just go up. Alright, here we go. I've gotten some new weapons since I was last here. So hopefully we should be doing a bit better. We're going to stick with what we have. We're going to see if this Radiant Star can really pull in its work. Hello, long time no see. I'll try and avoid these rocks if I can. The homing on this is pretty good. Alright. Watch on the dodging a bit though. Alright, here we go. Back to where we were. I'm out of flight time, damn. Ooh, I'm surprised I'm dodged all that. God, there's just times where I'm running out of flight time at the exact moment that it is needed. Okay. We could try spamming to see if that does better. We're gonna try spam and see if that's any more efficient. a little better. Homing isn't that effective, of course, if it's getting too far away. It's very close to being better, but it's also not. Save adrenaline for it. There we go. I'm not familiar with that pattern very much quite yet. Time that well. I'm trying to dash through them. Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the sandstorms. Okay. We could try and jump the extra health. This should reduce cooldown time. It's like aimbot, it just comes out of nowhere and just hits me dead on. Oh no, yeah, Stealth Strike is definitely better. Again, just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, no, I was wrong. Stealth Strike's definitely better for this. out of nowhere. He dunks down twice, then he dashes. Dunks down twice, he dashes. Okay, I think I understand it more. And then he does this. Slowly back away. Don't try to fully dodge it. I want to try and stop at that last point. Sand shark. Double dash down. Sand shark again. Double down. Sand shark again. Slowly back away. And that's the gap there. I understand. I would understand it better if I better at dodging the lightning. Horizontal. Horizontal. Vertical. Vertical. Sand shark. Horizontal. Vertical. Vertical. Sand shark. Vertical. Vertical. Sand shark. And now this attack again. Right, I have it right down now. I've made him angry. Ah, the rain. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say, what if I try my emblem instead? I did beat the sand shark, technically. I'm gonna try with this the damage boost and see if that's enough. We're gonna go on the offense now, because I feel a bit more confident. We're gonna save it to... save the adrenaline for this. We got this, come on. It's just a cooldown period. I was cornered. Okay, not a lot I could have done there. Armor crunch. We could try armor crunch strat instead. I really don't want to drop, also, what does this do again? Probably a bad time, I know. Yeah, we'll try with that again. We'll try with the mirror. Yeah, you seem to be floating there, buddy. Shock double dash, or am I crazy? I dashed away from him in that situation. We could try our other weapons while we're at it. Nah. This weapon's a deck. This weapon is doing work, so I shouldn't not rely on it. Kaboom. strike. Damn it, I knew that's where it was. Okay. It feels like sometimes I go off slower than others. I don't know if that's just me, though. That could be something for later. You know how to throw hands, that's for sure. Help. I like how you float. Like, wait a minute, I shouldn't be flying. Damn it, I knew it was there. Come on, I need to reset my flight time, man. Maybe I'm spending too long in the air. Let's get the brimstone buff, though I don't think it will help too much. I could return to defensive strat. I'm not sure how well it will work. didn't dash this time. Now he dashes. Damn it! Rogue projectile. Let's switch back to this. I want to try and defensive my way through this. Oh, I was with you. This definitely does better. Interesting. Alright. We're gonna back out for now. I can no longer leave with this weapon. With the Wayfinder. Okay, that's... This used to be a shortcut out, this was. We're gonna come back to it then. Because we can't be doing this all episode. We'll at least take a break from it. It is still daytime, but we have got some things to play with. Can put that away. We also probably don't need the summoning medallion anymore for it. All I could think to do is move right out the way of Barfet's, because his attacks are a bit too deadly up close. Which it works, but it's hard to keep track of it sometimes. While we're waiting, there is something else I could try. I did want to farm something, but I do need... I don't have battle potions. Tell you what, do I have the summoning item for... Yes. We could try it. However, there is some... Before we do, I do want to try to farm for the wings. I'm not sure what they're called, but they're probably one of the most ideal things for the fight. Whoop. Just moved the window by accident. Let's not do that, shall we? There's no floating islands nearby, so hopefully that shouldn't interfere too much with Gelden then. Interesting. Gun. I may need to get a Zerg or something for this, because this is taking a while. There's a very specific sand astral enemy I'm trying to farm here. Apparently these work just as well, though. I'll get a collection of banners going while we're at it. Yeah, this enemy is not spawning at all. Hold on, let's just confirm that they're still in the game. Not seeing them. The Hadarian, that's it. This is what I'm trying to go for here. They should spawn in the astral sand biome last I checked. Getting a lot of not what I need. I believe I already have one of those. Bath time. Shall we actually try Astral Geodan for a second? Because I know we're not going to beat it first try, but we might as well get a taster for it, right? It's shooting rocks at me all of a sudden. I wasn't paying attention to that. I could try and look for other rogue weapons I could get right now. To be honest, I feel a little underpowered. But to be fair, this can be better. We'll go and give it one more shot, this time with this weapon, because this weapon is a bit stronger, but it just requires a lot more aiming. Yeah, it's just spitting out these rocks now. It seems I have a skill that needs to be issued right now. Well, it is night though, so I am gonna quickly try and do a blood moon while I can. Kind of reached an impasse at this point. To be fair, I'm getting a lot more than I thought I would be getting. I think I'm happy to leave that there. You need glass bottles. Okay, 1 sec. It would seem I don't have empty glass bottles, so... I don't even have normal glass. Sorry, Desert, but I'm abusing you again. Okay, interesting. potions. That, swiftness. Okay, I'm gonna grab some of these. To go up here, we're going to get a couple of regen. For iron skin. A couple endurance. A wrath and a rage. I think that's a nice selection. Along with the Plug Pact, we're just going to go max bulk on this and see if it gets me through it. I'm going to move this over. The two weapons I want to use are these two. Forget which one. Save adrenaline to pop it for second phase. Pattern. Oh my god, okay, we actually did it. Sorry if I'm quiet. There we go, finally! Took popping potions, but I got it. Woo! Oh yeah, you can't place anything here. Alright, I'll leave. Ah, feels good to get that done. Alright. And I can use that to leave. Okay. Did he even drop a magic? Does he even drop a magic weapon? I mean a rogue weapon? He does, he just didn't drop it. Amazing. He gave me everything but the rogue weapon. Wow, okay. So that's how it's gonna be. I see, I see. I got a good defensive accessory at least. Alright, let's sort them out. Summoner goes in here. We have a melee. We have a magic. We have a range. I'll count this as an accessory. I'll hold on to that for now. Lore goes down here. Into the next one down. Shouldn't need the shackle. Leftover crafting items go away. Okay, wow, and that really just leaves us with Jordan and Moonlord. A flawless drop. Yeah, like that's ever gonna happen. I do have money now, so I can actually reforge my good weapons. Let's go do that immediately, actually. Flawless. Still, that's pretty good. Okay. So let's look what this does again. Grants a water force field that dissipates after 2 hits. When the force field is up, hard-hitting hits do 60% less damage overall. And you receive a 12% damage boost. Pretty solid. We can probably retaliate. You can try instead of the Blood Pact. Let's hide that effect for now, because that'll get annoying otherwise. Okay, right. Something we can do, which we haven't done, to keep this theme episode action-packed, is... Where is underground? We can finally do the Eternia Crystal. I'm just going to need to make sure... We're going to probably abuse this area here. for arenas anyway later. Alright, Onyx Excavator Key. Manually destroy a bit up there. Let's not go all the way. Let's give it a nice gentle transition up like this. Make it seem a little more natural than that. And then we'll just flatten out this last bit here. We are probably a bit ahead for this, but gets it done off the checklist. I don't think I have a hammer, so I'm gonna have to fix that real quick. Tools. Where did I put tools here? Hammer. Oh, map's off. Don't want that. Let's make this nice and neat, ready for it. Alright, let's do it. This shouldn't take long. Apparently that's... Oh damn, they're a bit tougher than I gave them credit for, I'll give them that. Alright, so we skip the countdown. Stealth Strike's gonna carry me through this. Definitely doing a lot more work. pretty easy. This weapon I'm able to pretty effectively stand still. Oh, damn. Hands. I'll take the opportunity to heal up. A man's got hops. Next up's Betsy. The Dragoon. Alright, bring it on. Oh, I'm... I didn't know Betsy had these hands. Wow. Okay, wow. In fairness, Betsy, that you gave me a beating. But hey, that was fun. A bit late game to do it, but Still, I'm glad I got it done. Before I just ended up flying past. Let's put our stuff away now. Okay, melee also, and ranged. Don't need these. I could probably just throw these away. They're of no use to us. Let's see how we're looking. We can put the last of our time into Astra Gelden. Gold. Okay. Before I do that, though, there is another rogue weapon I want from Ravager to sidetrack a bit further. Because he drops the... Yeah, the Corpus of Vector. This is the thing I want. Appears I don't remember how this fight goes. But that's Infurnum for you. Whenever I do anything, I just prepare for a bad time. Let's quickly have a look at what else. Quack. Dreadnought. Apparently I never did Dread Nautilus. Or Martian Madness, though they don't have anything new for me. Yeah, it's just Asher Gelder and Moonlord. Okay. At least we're one step closer to getting back into hard mode. Things are really getting tough now. Whew. Right. There are a few other things I want to do before going into hard mode. Obviously doing Ashta Jilden first, because that's the very last thing I gotta do before fighting Moonlord, because if you didn't know, you need to fight Ashta Jilden before you fight Moonlord, otherwise you can't fight him anymore. Though it is an incredibly worthwhile experience if you do it. I do want to do some building, which I will soon make a new... the next video will probably be themed around it. I want to expand the house a bit more to the left because it looks a bit squished together vertically. I do want to actually start making some proper builds for each pylon there is here. That'll probably be next time though. A bit shorter than usual, but I think I'll leave it here. Because there's quite a bit I want to do, and I want to try and keep the episodes as themed as possible. So, I'm quite happy with today's progress. So, next time we'll do a bit of building, and then we will try Ashta Jilden. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.